Whoa, Scorpio, do you feel it? I know you feel it. And if you don't, you're going to. Spirit is coming through with a huge message that something, and I know exactly what it is, so I'll tell you in a second, something has woke up inside of you, and it ain't going back to sleep anytime soon. This isn't an energy, a feeling, a thought, an intuition you can just repress or say, shh, I don't want to listen to you right now. No. This part of you is feral, it's wild, it's powerful, and it's just what you need right now. It's bringing you back to something very like primordial, very special, something that exists within your soul. So you can reach out to the stars. I'm seeing someone reaching to the stars right now. Reach out to the stars and grab what you want. Pull the stars down and get what you want. This is very powerful. And that's the card that came out as the bones for your story, for your reading. So the something that has woken up within you, I actually got is this kind of wild feminine energy. And it doesn't matter what your gender is. We all have masculine and feminine, great mother, great father, anima and animus archetypes that we work with in our subconscious mind and in our conscious mind. And when we're in balance, we can work with that duality and use the energies in the ways that serve us, rather than letting them control us, I'm hearing. Okay, there's more messages, and you're the only sign in this round that I felt guided to write down messages for. So there's something that you're writing down, or writing is very powerful for you. Maybe you want to do some intuitive writing or journaling. It feels like a way to make things happen. Write your story, I'm hearing. Write your story down. Whatever your story is, and even if you're like, I don't really have a story to tell. No, are you kidding me? You got a story to tell. And if you don't know who you're telling it to, you're telling it to the ethers, to the energy, to the universe. Put your story out there. There's something very powerful about that, like magical. And this is what that energy within you is like coming up to the surface to say, I'm here. And I'm taking no prisoners. And this is what I have to say, and this is who I am. And I got push for a return to radical authenticity. And that, I'm not saying you're not authentic now, but this authenticity that I'm picking up on, the reason why it's so radical is because it's an authenticity that explores different personas, different identities. It's like you try on different I'm hearing wardrobes, aesthetics, archetypes that you want to work with. You know, this is like, you don't have to be this one person all the time. You don't have to be the go-to person that figures everything out. You don't have to be the rock. You don't have to be, whatever you feel is your authentic core self, it is, but there's more. And that's what this energy is coming up to explore with you. Like, what else could we do? Who else could we become? Who else are we already becoming? And whoever you are becoming next, I mean, it's already within you, but man, I'm hearing clean some plates. I don't know, you're going to make an impact. You're going to take no prisoners is really what I got. And I wrote, the time for playing it safe is over. It's over. Been there, done that. And maybe it was good that you played safe with something, sometimes we have to do that. But I kept seeing, as I was getting the cards and getting them ready and shuffling, I kept seeing 4 of Pentacles over and over again in reverse. The time for playing it safe is over. You get what you get with Scorpio, with you, whoever I'm connecting to. And if Scorpio is not your sun sign, that's okay too. If you're here, you're connecting with this energy. I just actually realized last night, I don't know what, I've looked at my chart many, many times, but last night I just realized that my parts of fortune is at 0 degrees Scorpio in my first house. I was like, oh, that kind of explains even more why I feel so connected to Scorpio energy and my 8th house stellium. But this is a message for you. Maybe look at your parts of fortune and what that means, what sign it's in, what house is it in. It could be a useful point for you a navigational tool for you to discover. I'm hearing where you're going next. Okay. Then I also got, and I got this when I was going for a walk and I was thinking, okay, I'm going to do Scorpio today. And I heard very clearly, don't dance with devils. Don't dance with the devils. Okay. And it feels like there could be an energy. Maybe this is someone close to you. Maybe it's a stranger or just an entity kind of energy, like a norm, an ideology, a thought form. I'm not sure what it is for everyone, but there's this energy that's kind of like poking you, telling you to be quiet, telling you not to speak about something, making you feel, or trying to make you feel ashamed or humiliated. It's almost like calling you out. But really what they're trying to do is line their pockets, I'm hearing, or curry some favor in some way. Courier. There's something about a courier here. The word just keeps playing. Somebody here is like chastising maybe your spiritual beliefs or a decision you've made. They're kind of slimy though. They're a devil. And you could feel like with this take no prisoners energy that has woken up within you, this feral kind of rebellious, wild nature within you, this powerful, dark feminine coming into the light, shedding light on the abyss. You may feel like you want to call this person out, or you want to respond, or you want to do something about this. It's kind of like a how dare you energy. But Spirit has said, don't dance with the devils. They're tempting you. You know, they're trying to get you to engage with them. Okay, that's what they want. There's something more powerful about giving that up. I'm hearing giving that fight up. Hold on, there's something else coming through. Don't give in, give up. Give that up, okay? So let's see what else we get for you. I even felt guided to do a like kind of a new spread for you. I wrote it down. Just change some things up. Maybe I'll go forward with this spread from now on. You know, I've been doing the same spread in my readings for a long time, and it's been a pattern. It's been a rhythm. It's been working for me. But there's something now that's changing and shifting thanks to your energy. And now I can't get this to lean back the way it was. There's something maybe that doesn't need to be touched, I'm hearing. Now there's all this fiddling going on. Okay, well, screw this then. I'll just lean it a different way. There you go. Okay. You can figure out a solution really quick, Scorpio, if you come across anything that's bothering you. So let's get in. Oh yeah, the other card that I got out for you, and I felt really guided to use this deck, and I haven't used it on the channel before because it doesn't really show up well on camera, but it's very powerful, and it's a shadow oracle. Oracle Dior, I don't know. You can see it, right? Or hear it. Black, it says on the side, black is the most essential of all colors. Yeah, it's a very shadowy deck, but the card that came out for you is perspective. Perspective and power. And this is that energy like, hey, Scorpio, don't you think we should do something with our infinite, intuitive power? Don't you think we should maybe wake something up a little bit more and step into something, like step into the wild life we want to live, like to live life? Okay, there's something here that's been going on in your energy where maybe you've had to be on a routine, or it's been like you've been plodding along with something or going through the motions. I don't know if it was the full moon in Aquarius that just happened, but bam, you know, it was right with Pluto. So Pluto's transition, transformation, control, power, and Pluto is one of your rulers. So maybe that's what's going on, but this is huge. Okay. So the bones of your story here is that power is being amplified. This is like the crown of Isis here. The Crown of Persephone I'm getting to. You know, it's on the High Priestess card. I'm hearing the Horns of Hathor. I don't know if that's what it is, but that's what I heard. Is it? I'm sure some of you know. Or maybe that's just important. Okay, so let's see what spark is igniting within you. What is this energy? What is it sparking within you? Let's get more specific, Spirit. Thank you so much, Scorpio, for this. It's refreshing. And I hope you feel that too. Some of you should splash some cold water on your face. I'm hearing, wake the hell up. Okay. Yeah, so what's going on? Let's have some fun. Glory. Let's have some fun. That's what you're waking up to, your glory. Wow. You do have a very delicate side to you. A sweet side, for sure. And that's not going anywhere. That's here. I'm seeing like these flowers get painted red. For some of you, you're like reclaiming your body in some way. Or it feels like you're not hiding. You're not going to be some kind of shrinking violet. It's like, here I am. Deal with it. Okay, somebody, what is somebody? Somebody what? Veil. Yeah, somebody would rather you wear a veil and cover yourself, hide yourself, you know, and you're ripping that veil off and saying, no, here I am. Paint it red. Paint me red. I don't know, red is root chakra. Red is also associated with power often. Safety, security, identity, fire. You know, these are all themes for you right now. Yeah, there's somebody, you could have been resting for a long time and this was good for you, but right now it's like you're ripping off the veil. Like, no, I don't need to be veiled here. Okay, so let's see what has turned to ash. What has run its course? What has turned to ash? I'm going to get one more on the glory in a second, Spirit, but what has turned to ash? Emerge. This feeling like something's coming, something's emerging. This is over because it's here. Okay? You have already emerged, or this feminine, dark feminine energy that's woken up inside of you, it's here. This feel, you know, and I'm sensing like it's this feeling of like always being on the precipice. It's always like just coming up, you know, the moon is just emerging, but it's never full. It's never glorious. I can never see it. And Spirit's like, well, now you're going to see it in its full glory. Okay, let's get more into this though. Spirit, tell me more about this challenge structure. This is what has turned to ash, run its course, structure. There could have been there is a situation in your life that has lost all its power. And this situation was trying to impose some kind of structure on you. Maybe this is a daily routine. Maybe this is the way you think. Maybe this is how you envision the future. It's like very structured, very confined. And this has turned to ash. You've lit it on fire and said, nope, you're done. Okay, tell me more about the spark with glory. So a structure leaving your life. Revival. Yeah, revival of your glory. That's what I said, right? Like push for a return to radical authenticity. A revival of your spirit. Of a part of your spirit. You may hear bells, maybe church bells or other kinds of bells. This bell, I'm just focused in on this tower here. There's a revival, a glorious revival. Yeah, for some of you, this is a big spiritual moment when you realize like you're a grifter. That's what I'm hearing to someone, you know, like someone who does not appreciate or understand the depths of your energy It's like you're looking at them and you're like, well, you're just a grifter operating in a structure. And whoever this is, and maybe it's even in a relationship, right? They're grifting off your energy, you know? And they are. It's like, without criticizing you or without putting you down or without having you as their opposition, they wouldn't have anything at all. You, on the other hand, don't need them as an opposition. That isn't your polarity. That is not even relevant for you. You don't need to oppose them to feel powerful. I kind of want to keep going with these cards, Spirit. Can I get a little bit more? And then we'll get the tarot out. And the tarot I chose for today, too, is something I haven't used in a long time because I have to cover up a lot of the cards. But it's the Serpent Fire Tarot. And this is the energy for sure. This is like, here I am, signs. What signs are you receiving? Signs, synchronicities. I'm hearing La Luna. For some of you, you are the sign, or someone's receiving signs about you. Signs. Barrier. The barrier. Structure, the barrier. This is what's turning to ash. Okay, I'm just going to keep going a little bit further because I feel like we're getting somewhere here. Can you tell me more about the revival, glory, and signs? What is the significance of this, Spirit? What do I need to say here? Love, seeds, holler. You have planted some seeds in a place that others could not see. And they've been growing. They've been growing within you. It's the seed of this energy, too. You planted this fierce, intuitive, powerful, high priestess energy within you, and it's been growing. And others have sensed it. This is why they want you to wear a veil. And I'm like literally seeing like a wedding veil here. You know, it's like, I don't know, you're supposed to hide. You're supposed to, something about your purity, maybe somebody's questioning. Like your soul's purity or something like it's hogwash, right? Don't dance with the devils. This is all nothing to pay attention to. Okay, and if this is someone important in your life who's trying to shut down your power, well, boy, oh boy, they got something else coming to them. I'm seeing like a windstorm and it's like blowing all their hair back. It's like spirits, you don't even need to do much. Just step into your authenticity. And again, by that, I mean explore who you're becoming. This other energy is going to be thrown off your scent, thrown off course or something like this. Whoever's been trying to shut you down. Seeds of love in a place that others couldn't see. Some of you, there is a seed planted somewhere on some timeline, in some place, in some space, and you're feeling very called to it. There's like a longing almost. Maybe it's to travel somewhere, or I don't know, you have a vision of something. You're receiving some signs about it. Spirit will guide you on how to follow through with watering the seed that you planted. Okay, a little bit more about this other side here. Veil again. This is turning to ash, I'm telling you. Look at that light coming through, the sun through the trees. You are the moon and the sun, right? You can't veil that. Oh yeah, it's eclipse season, so this is probably part of that energy too. Pay attention to the eclipses and what happens in between them. This could really be a good time for you, Scorpio. One more, Spirit. Okay, two more. Friendship and truth. Getting rid of some friends, perhaps? Or understanding the true value of friendship. Reevaluating those that call you friend and you call friend. Turn to ash, run its course. Well, the truth is, you don't fit, like, see all these, what are they? They look like daisies, kind of. I think so. Or maybe they're dandelions. I can't tell. Maybe that's just it, right? Are you a daisy or are you a dandelion? I'm not really sure. You know, maybe that's how you feel about someone. It's as if they're all uniform, the same. There's a field of them, which can be beautiful, but you're different. And so I feel like there's an awareness here of, I'm never really going to be that. I'm never really going to fit in there. And I'm not going to veil myself so that I can. I'm just going to do me, be me. And maybe these daisies, these dandelions won't mind. Maybe that would be just fine with them. Or maybe they'll turn their back. I don't know, Scorpio. But there's a truth about friendship here that you're discovering. This is also relationship related. For some of you who are thinking about love, there's a lack of friendship in the connection, or that's maybe what needs to be rebuilt right now, is the friendship, the foundation of friendship. Also, some of you have so-called friends. These, I'm hearing pastor. I don't know. That seems very specific, but it's like people who are acting as if they're your friend, not like people you hang out with and do things with and go to concerts or whatever, not that kind of friend. This is like someone in your community or your neighborhood or maybe in your workplace, and it feels like they're trying to pull you into some kind of circle. This is a structure. This is some kind of barrier that is not viable for you. Like, it's not going to go anywhere. Rebirth. Yeah, like, it's like someone's trying to pull you back into a fold before you totally unravel. But this unraveling is good for you. I don't know. It's like somebody doesn't want you to rage, doesn't want to see you have your own power or your own something or other. Okay, so let's get into the tarot and see what's going on here for you, Scorpio. Intense. I love it. I love it. Okay. Do you love it? Let's see. I think you do. Love and seeds. Okay. Of course. I mean, this is totally on point. We're going to go deeper in. Okay, your energy, your current energy, justice, balance, masculine, feminine, moon and sun, anima, animus, however you want to say it. Logic, creativity, right, left, whatever. You're balancing those energies. And part of this reawakening that's going on for you is a rebalancing. It's like part of the balancing. Now, it might feel kind of like va-va-voom, like a big whole energy is coming through all of a sudden. Maybe there's a little bit of a fear of it overtaking you. It's not. It's harmonizing you. Okay, justice as your overall energy. So tell me more about justice. What's going on here? Justice. Knight of Cups. For what you love. Yeah, there's going to be a lot of cards. I can't totally show you everything. There's two ladies here. It's kind of, you know. Yeah, there's definitely something about the flesh here that's important for you to think about. I'm just going to leave that for a second. But Knight of Cups. What is it that you love? Who is it that you love? What do you love to do? There's a rebalancing here. You've been caught up in something, I'm hearing administrative, that's for some of you. Maybe it has to do with something legal, or like the books. I don't know, you're working through the fine details with something, and maybe that was all useful, needed, whatever. It's not like you wasted your time, but the pendulum wants to swing, okay? And to bring you back into balance, and Spirit's asking you, what is it that you love? Knight of Cups. Where do you want to go towards? Can I get a little bit further on this Knight of Cups energy? Tell me more about this. Tell me more about this, Spirit. Knight of Cups. The World. The time, I just glanced over at my book here. The time for playing it safe is over. The World. This is that energy of emerging too, the Knight of Cups. Like, I'm always bringing my cup forward. I'm always carrying this cup, trying to balance it, trying to not make sure the water doesn't spill out of this cup. Make sure I give it to the right person, not the wrong person, and all this kind of stuff. That time is over. Because what's calling you is the King of Swords. It's almost like you were carrying this cup as the Knight of Cups, thinking that, okay, when I get to wherever I'm going, I'm going to become the King of Cups, emotionally balanced, emotionally regulated, emotionally, intelligent and mature. But I feel like you already are those things, and maybe whatever you were dealing with made you feel as if you weren't, but you are. What's really going on is that the King of Swords is emerging, which is like big truths, big truths, like cosmic truths, intellect, intelligence, knowledge. Take no prisoners. This is, don't dance with the devils. This is like a strong, fortified mind, a powerful mind. That's what's calling to you. And writing, I said, write your story, right? King of Swords, writing, thinking, Mercury, right? So maybe you want to look at what's going on with Mercury in your chart. We just finished Mercury retrograde. That could have something to do with it. But like something maybe came up during that time. Write about it. Like there's, your thought is vital, and it's on fire, like in a good way. So tell me more about this King of Swords for what's calling you. Authority in your own knowledge. Trust yourself, Scorpio. And there's something about not, like, the needs and desires and wants of others are important to a degree. But don't let their needs and wants and desires overshadow and overtake what's calling you. What's calling to you, what you want to do, what your intuition is saying, what you know to be true. And some of you are like speaking, or maybe it's a speech, or you have a channel, or I don't know, you're just communicating with people. There's something cutting and fierce and like truth bombs dropping, microphone drops. It's like whatever you say cannot be argued. Maybe some will try, but it's futile, really. I'm hearing futile minds. These are the devils, right? Futile minds. You're advanced here. Or advancing. Let's see. Tell me more about the King of Swords for what's calling Scorpio. Seeing the ocean. Thoughts from the subconscious mind. Knowledge coming up from that realm, the underworld. Death. Yeah, the underworld. Exactly. Okay. And the Knight of Swords, things you've wanted to say for a long time. There's a transformation in your overall energy, in your speech, maybe even in the frequency and the vibrational tone of your voice. There's a shift here. It's piercing. It's undeniable. Some people are hearing you, like they're hearing your voice in their head, or they're hearing you in dreams. hold on a second. I'm also getting you were right. You may have snapped or like said a lot of things, and you're going back in time in your mind saying like, maybe I shouldn't have, maybe I overreacted, or I shouldn't have been so harsh. But there was something about that harshness that's leading you to where you are now. It's important not to tiptoe right now. Now, don't intentionally hurt anyone, of course. That's not the message. And whoever I'm connecting with, you know that. Okay, you know that already. But you never know who's watching, right? So this is not a message to just go be to the walls, balls to the walls and start. I don't know why I didn't even want to say that. This isn't a time to cut people up with your words. Okay, that's not what the message is. There is somebody here who's already doing that in the comments or wants to do that. That's a misappropriation of the power that lives within you. Okay, so transformation, death, rebirth, big endings here, things turning to ash, the structure, the barriers, and the maybe some friendships were a barrier for you. All of that ending. Confidence is what I'm really seeing here. But it's like it's wise. It's not flamboyant or flashy. It's just this wise King of Swords energy. Okay? The mental space is very strong. Your crown chakra is very powerful. 8 of Pentacles. It's getting worked on right now. Okay? You're working on it. 4 of Pentacles for why this is why the King of Swords is calling you. Because something's been held back for too long. You see how I was saying seeing? You see how I was saying that I was seeing? Let's try that again. Can you give me some of your King of Swords energy? Because that's just awkward. Okay. I was saying that I kept seeing the 4 of Pentacles in reverse, and now it's in the upright for why the King of Swords is calling you. Because you've been wanting to take your shot here with your bow and arrow, but you haven't for a long time. You've been holding something back. I'm seeing these as like earmuffs or headphones. Maybe you were listening too much to what other people had to say, and it was blocking your crown in some sense. So you didn't know where to aim for. You knew you had a bow and arrow, but you didn't know what you were hunting. Or maybe you did know what you were hunting, but you never found it. You never saw it. So this energy of like, I have to hold back. This is the reason why, like, it's come to an end. Like, this can't, well, let's get more specific. Tell me more about what's happened here with the 4 of Pentacles for why the King of Swords is calling. Knight of Wands. Yeah, this ferocious energy within you is wanting to be free. Like, look at your arms here. Like, yes, let's go. Let's be free. This lion, this roar, this is what's been held back. Some of you are really focused in on something, and Spirit's saying, it's okay if you just shoot off a couple arrows and see what happens. Maybe you'll hit what you've wanted to hit, you'll manifest or you'll get what you've wanted to get, but perhaps some of those stray arrows are being guided by Spirit's hand, by the wind. You're trying to maybe control something a little bit too much and just kind of see what happens. Do something and see, like, it doesn't have to be perfect, or try out something new. Because one of these arrows that you feel like, I just, what's the point of shooting the arrow? It's not what I want. And Spirit's like, well, I'm going to take it somewhere. I'm going to take that arrow to somewhere you don't see. Okay? So this energy of the Knight of Wands being called to action, this passion, and you holding it back is why the King of Swords is now emerging. In your mind, you're like, okay, well, hold up. Things are not how I like them. Things are not how I want them. I feel it within me, and I'm holding myself back, and I'm not going to do that anymore. So all these different parts of you that I'm seeing, like Knight of Cups, Knight of Wands, King of Swords, there's a lot of characters here. They're all parts of you that are now kind of getting together and saying, whoa, what are we doing here? We're very powerful. We're fractured though, like our energy's all over the place, or we've been busy and we haven't been able to get this life thing going that we want to still do. Okay, but they're coming together now. Everything's coming together. That's what I feel. Okay, so guidance, what to do. The sun. Everything out in the open. Full illumination. Let's see, the sun. This is also a card of identity. Claiming your spot somewhere, claiming your space, claiming your own energy for yourself. This is who I am today. Maybe I'll be this tomorrow, but I'm going to be whoever I want to be today. This is like real, not trying to fit in. That's for sure. There's only one sun. Many stars, one sun. I know the sun is technically a star, but you get the analogy, right? So let's see. This is also masculine energy, and we've been talking a lot about this dark feminine and what you should do. Out comes this light masculine energy. Well, when the dark feminine energy awakens within us and we don't do anything with that, again, doesn't matter what your gender is, and we just say, oh, maybe I'll just ask some more questions. Maybe I'll just analyze. Maybe I'll just be quiet about something. Maybe like it's too much. It's too much. It's a problem, right? Then she turns into the shadow and she can get manipulative and she can get cunning and she can do all kinds of things to hurt us, like that part of us within us, if we don't give her the space and freedom that she's asking for. And so I feel like with the light masculine sun energy coming out, Spirit's saying, bring her out into the light with that part of you that already knows what you're doing. You already have a plan, okay? And this structure that's falling apart, it's a chance for you to free yourself from it, but also to rebuild in the way that you want to. You get what I'm saying? So it's like, yes, this wild energy wants to come out and roam and explore and see what's what and shoot arrows in all directions. And your masculine energy that is maybe more refined in terms of like a plan, a strategy, or a container of some sort is already strong in here. So Spirit's telling you to trust that. Trust your resume. I'm hearing trust your resume, trust your CV, trust the lessons you've learned. Trust that you know how to do things and you are allowed to be free. You are allowed to be creative and wild. You are allowed to say what you want. The King of Swords is masculine energy and that's calling to you too. I hope that makes sense. So tell me more about the sun for guidance. Everything out into the light. Six of Cups, the past. Nostalgia, childhood, past loves, past lives. Hold on a second. What's going on here? Who or what put this wild, powerful, intuitive high priestess energy to sleep? When did that happen? How did that happen? There's some light you could shed on that question that would be helpful for you. Why is that helpful? 10 of Cups. And the Ace of Swords. Well, there's an epiphany here about long-term happiness? What will make you happy in the long run? Like about yourself and who you are and the decisions you make and what you put up with and what you don't put. Like there's something about long-term perspective here about your power and your happiness, because it feels like some of you are saying like, okay, well, this is disempowering today, or this job or this relationship or whatever, but like tomorrow maybe it will be different. I don't know. Spirit's saying like, think if you just keep going with it every day, eventually it does turn into the future. So there's something here where you shed light on a past situation in your mind, or maybe you even write your story. This is really important. Maybe this is how you do it. You write your story, right? The Sun and the Six of Cups, Ace of Swords, right? Write your story. Some truth comes up to the surface of like, oh, this is how that happened. This is how I got into that challenging situation, that crucial time in my life, that taught me a lot. I'm hearing that taught me a lot. Hold on. I'm hearing I need to see what's going on next. 10 of Swords. I need to see what's going on next. There's something here like Spirit's asking you to, whatever's bothering you in whatever area of life, if you carry that forward every day, every day, what will happen next is the 10 of Swords with it. Like it's not going to suddenly just turn around. So there's some epiphany you're having by going back into the past in your mind and saying, okay, when did this all happen? When did this wild, intuitive high priestess energy start to get quiet or start to go to sleep? And how can I keep her awake, revive her, and keep her awake for the long run, for the long term? That's the question. 10 of Cups, Ace of Swords. How can I keep this energy going? What do I need to do? What needs to end? What needs to die? And what needs to be born? Okay. So what will come of all of this, Scorpio? I'm also going to do an extended reading. I don't know where we're going to go, but I'm really curious. Where are you taking me, Scorpio? If you're interested in the extended, the link is in the description box below. If you can't go to that, you don't like that idea, then trust Spirit already knew that about you and gave you everything you needed right here. Okay, what will come of all of this? 5 of Wands and Judgment. This is a huge moment of awareness, of awakening, of the challenges that you've been facing, why they've been challenging you, what's been holding you back, how to push through the obstacles or go around them or whatever you need to do, remove them, transmute them. This is an understanding of like my block. I understand what my block is, and that's huge. Okay, because when you understand what your obstacle is, what's holding you back, it's very hard for others to then like try to put obstacles in front of you because you've already figured out the biggest one, which is the one that comes from within. If you can figure out your own inner obstacles, outer obstacles really are a joke in time. That's what I'm getting, okay? This is what I'm getting. So the 5 of Wands and Judgment. See how this rock is opening up? Oh, a rock. It is a rock. Looks like it to me, but it's also a head. And here's the brain, the King of Swords, your mind. Magnificent mind, Scorpio. The mental battles in your mind, the backflips, the trying to figure out where your energy is best served. 5 of Wands is conflict, competition, challenge, strife. It's like, it's just not working. Why isn't it working? Like, why does everything have to be so freaking challenging? Why am I so tired? All that energy. This is you understanding it. This is you figuring it out. That's what's happening. And the way you do it is by unleashing this high priestess energy that says, I'm not taking any prisoners. I'm not putting up with any crap. This is what I think. This is who I am. And I'm free enough to say it and be it and explore who I'm going to become next. This is amazing, Scorpio. So whatever it takes to keep your high priestess awake, prioritize that. Maybe it's listening to certain music. Maybe it's cooking. Maybe it's dancing. Maybe it's what you wear. Maybe it's what you read, what you say, who you hang out with, what you watch. Try to think about it. every day, you know, when you start to like feel like your energy's dropping, what does my inner high priestess really want right now? And sometimes it is rest, and that's okay too. All right, that's what I have for you, Scorpio. I love you so much. I'll see you next time.